You know, sometimes when it comes to film, sometimes we just will discover something that we didn't even know even existed. And today's film is a case of that. In, like, say, a film called Hello Again. Because it's a comedy film in which a woman comes back to life. And, well, instead of, me talking about it here and while standing up, maybe it'd be best to talk about it over there and all that. Because you never know. Well, yeah, let's just get started. So yeah, we're looking back at a film from 1987 called Hello Again. It's a romantic fantasy comedy film, directed and produced by Frank Perry. So what was the plot of this film? Well, the plot of this film was a woman ends up choking on something, and then she ends up passing away, and what happens is her sister ends up using, dark magic. To bring her back to life, and then basically she discovers that everything that was in her life, like her husband, her son, everything moved on. I'm gonna say that, well, yes, this film is probably very much a lost film. This film feels like it was something that was thought of. Okay, it seems like the writer Susan Isaac, it seems like she watched quite a lot of episodes of, like wackier comedy, like I Love Lucy, or more like goofy kind of humor.
Did I steal it?
No?
What are you wearing your hat for?
I thought it might rain.
Well, now that you mention it, the ceiling does look pretty cloudy.
My head was cold.
Because what the main character of Lucy Chad, played by Shelley Long, that's what her character is. She is usually a bit of a klutz, and basically most of the gags of the film is like, say, oh, she trips over and something knocks onto something. Oh, she drops like a piece of some water and it lands on someone. Oh no, she did something, and oh no, something is on her now. Usually very old school kind of humor. And normally I'll say, hey, that is very funny and all that stuff, but the way it is done is fairly dry. Dry in that it's just, like, if you feel like, say, like, okay, it's like, like, you have a little chuckle about it, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, like, yes, I understand this is, like, a film from the 80s, and yes, there are quite a lot of films that are from the 80s that have quite a lot of great humor to them.
Oh! Dr. Scanlon, you're not so great in the commitment department, but you're a genius at emergency.
And, they're still really worth going back to. I will say, I think the issue this film has, though, is that, honestly, there's not much of usually in a film, there is quite a bit of the idea of, like, what are the stakes? Like, say, why is the character, like, continuing on? Like, why is she just doing X, Y, Z? well, one of the things that the reason she's doing it is because her ex-husband, Jason, he basically moved on in life, but at the same time, he is a bit of a, like, say, oh, someone's getting more attention. Now I want to have their attention, because suddenly his wife's back from the dead, and he ended up hooking up with his like, you know, Lucy's best friend, and yeah, I'm gonna say her character's kind of a bitch. But yeah, the thing about this film is that it's kind of just, I feel like some things probably would have worked as well though. Like, they're constantly saying, like, say, is she a fraud? Is she a fraud? Along with her sister, Zelda, played by Judith Ivey. They are always trying to say, hey, is she a fraud? Is she or is she not? And all that. They're trying to put a paw on it to say, hey, she didn't really come back. She had been hiding the entire time, or something of that nature. And majority of, like, say, the romance part of it is just fairly, very, like, maybe the ex-husband still likes her. Oh no, or maybe the doctor guy, maybe he likes her, and all that. Yeah, the romance aspect of it is not very good. It's not like, it doesn't make you feel like, say, yeah, this is fairly romantic, and especially also in the fact that, you know, all the humor aspect of it, like, because, like, yeah, this is a romantic comedy fantasy film. Yeah, it's not very good in that perspective. It made me think, like, maybe I'd rather watch, like, something like, Isn't It Romantic? Or maybe I would rather watch something like, say, the new Colleen Hoover film.
Thinking back to what I was always told, don't talk to strangers or you might fall in love.
With Blake Lively. That film is being marketed as a comedy, apparently, from what I've heard. But, I mean, yeah, like, say, but one of the things that also, like, say, I think the antagonist of the film is, Kim, but, like, say, I do think it's, like, say, oh, like, she tries to pretend to be, like, her old lover, but so, like, oh, and all that. I don't know. I'm glad that I ended up watching this film. At the same time, I don't think, like, I feel like, say, Shelley Long probably thought, like, yeah, I'm not gonna, she probably didn't really want that to be remembered. This film had a big box office, though. It opened at number 2 in the box office. It was pretty, you know, had, like, a big box office score. But, even Robert J. Ebert, he said, like, oh, hey, he even gave it 2 out of 4. And I will agree with him that had a bit of, like, sitcom-y dialogue.
You've known me since freshman year. Come on. I am so happy that I am a Kappa. You're dead, buried. This keeps coming up.
First of all, I think they cheat by not letting her remember anything. Wouldn't it be funny if she could remember what happened during that year and she tells us all about heaven, and then would we believe her or wouldn't we? What choice would we have? Secondly, in terms of what happens after she comes back to Earth, it's all done as sort of a TV sitcom. Lots of funny one-liners instead of really dealing, which could be funny, with the fact that here she is back again.
In funny one-liners, instead of, like, one thing I feel like it should have done was, like, say, hey, have a religious individual saying, hey, her sister's the devil, or maybe say, have you seen Jesus, or something like that. Just to have, like, say, something that's rather, you know, like, hey, if she passed away, did she see this? Because there would have been, like, opportunists trying to feel like, hey, is there really an afterlife, and all that stuff. But I don't know. Yeah. This was forgettable, I would say. The acting was good, but at the same time, I don't think it was, like, say, something that's going to sadly be remembered. Because it's, yeah. But that's just how I feel. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, give it a thumbs up, give a comment. You know, those are always awesome. And as always, don't forget to keep your popcorn warm, your drinks ice cold, and your eyes on the screen. I'll see you next time.